All right, this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to create your works cited. You're going to need to have a couple of tabs up. One, you're going to need to have a Google Doc created that you are going to title Works Cited. You're going to make sure that those words are centered. You're going to make sure that the document is double spaced. Second, you're going to need all of the sources that you are going to cite open in tabs. So you're going to need, if you have any web sources open, you're going to need to have your database sources open. Another thing that I would suggest having open is the Purdue OWL Writing Lab opened to the tab that says MLA Works Cited Electronic Sources. I'm going to show you how to create the works cited entries for an article from the databases and a general website. We're going to start with an article from the databases. Both start with the same basic information: author name, article title, journal title, or website title. So if we're using our database source, we look for our author title. Usually your author is going to be listed as the very first thing. This article just happens to not have an author. That's okay. You're going to then start with your article title. Your article title is going to be whatever is up here at the top. So we're going to use our article title. You can copy paste for right now. So since we don't have a first name, last name for our journal, we are going to delete that and start with what we have. Now remember the nifty little trick with the paintbrush where we put our cursor where the formatting we want is, click the paintbrush, highlight it, and we have it. Next, we look for the journal title. Your journal title is going to be under what the source is. So our journal title is Brown University Child and Adolescent Behavior Letter. That is going to be italicized. So when we copy and paste it in, it's not going to copy and paste in the correct font or in the correct formatting. So you're going to have to do some work on your own. Next, you're looking for the volume and issue number. Our volume and issue number is, you can see here, volume 21, issue 11. So you're just going to plug those in. VOL 21, no 11. Then you're looking for the date of publication. Our date of publication is November of 2005. Then you're also looking finally for your page numbers. You don't want to just put in 2 pages. You're going to put the actual page number. So this is page 3 to 4. All right, next you're going to have your database title. Your database title is going to be hidden usually somewhere up here. So this is from the Point of View Reference Center. The database title should be italicized, so make sure you're going in. So the next thing you need to look for is the DOI number or a permalink. This is essentially like a URL for the database. So here's our source. We don't have a DOI number listed here, so we're going to use the permalink off to the side instead. So when we click on the permalink, it gives us a website here. This is essentially a permanent link to this article. So it's going to screw up your formatting because that is so long. If you really care about it, and add an extra space that breaks up the URL. Then you're going to need to put in your access date. Remember, you're always going to have your hanging indents, and this is going to be double spaced. All right, now we are going to practice with a generic website. So here's our generic website. Again, if there is an author, you start with the author name, but we do not have one specific person who is the author of this article, so we are going with the article title. The article title is Fact Sheets Binge Drinking. All right, now we're looking for our website type. There we go. So our website title is Alcohol and Public Health, and this website is best because it actually has a publisher. Not all websites are going to have a publisher that's separate from the website title, but since we do, we need to include both. So since we've got our alcohol and public health, next we're going to have our publisher, which is the CDC. Then you're going to have the date of publication. Usually this will be at the top, but in this case it is not. The last date that it was updated was October 16th, 2015, so that is the date that we use. Then we put in the URL and add our same access today, date. Since this didn't automatically do the indent, you're going to want to hit return and then tab. So one last thing with your works cited. Your works cited needs to be alphabetized. So that means after you've got all of your entries, you're going to probably need to drag some around. All right, you should be able to create your works cited now for your essay.